Yeah.
All right. Lead us in.
You want me to?
Yeah, you're the charismatic one.
Debatable.
It's really not. Trust me, I've edited all our videos so far. You're the charismatic one in this.
Welcome to an episode of the Sellouts. We're wrapping up the year here in 2024, and we thought it would be a good idea, a fun idea, to go over all the media that we've consumed in a short, condensed form. Everything that we find is kind of important or fun and worth talking about. So anything from movies to TV shows to then potentially any other shows we went to, comedy shows, concerts, things like that. You know, anything that we that was impactful to us that we actually had a really good time enjoying and watching.
Sure.
So,
like, and it's not just limited to that. That was the focus. But I was thinking, like, at the end, if we had some experiences, like, outside of media that were just like special mention stuff, you know, that might be fun too.
Yeah.
But
at the end.
This, again, this is just content to make us money so we don't have to work ever again. That is the mission of this entire channel, as you should know by now.
That's the goal. We're tired of going to, we would have consumed more media, but we had to go to work. And I don't like doing that yet.
True.
It sucks. So I would like to consume more media to give you more content.
Yeah. And
then, you know, I can quit and just do that all the time.
And the cycle repeats.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So
yeah, you know, it's kind of our thought.
Yeah,
you know.
So yeah, we're just gonna do this little short.
And we're trying something new. We've got 2 cameras set up. So we got fancy microphones.
These are our new DJIs.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but
we'd love to take a sponsor.
Hey, we will take sponsors.
We'll take whatever sponsor.
I don't care. I just heard Honey is super corrupt. I don't care. If they would have paid me the bill, don't give a shit.
Don't care. Don't care. I'll take the money.
I'll take their money.
Yep.
Yeah. Not really, but
no. I mean, I'll have moral issues, but you know, when I'm sipping mojitos on a beach, I don't care.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know what Honey did. So I mean, if they're into like slavery, it's like,
I don't either.
Yeah, all right,
I don't either.
I take some back.
I just heard through the grapevine on the internet that they're bad and they ripped a bunch of people off, and that's all I know. Which
is wild. Like, weren't they just to get coupons? I don't know how they got bad, but I can see them like tracking. I can see them being a massive
selling data and stuff.
Selling data, because how else do they find coupons for you other than tracking the stuff you're looking for? So it's like, yeah, right.
Yep.
And then selling it without you agreeing to it?
Probably.
I don't know.
But I don't know. Whatever. Either way, let's start with movies, yeah?
Yeah, we can start with movies. So
I think we do the big one last of the movies.
You want to do the big one last?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that we both really loved, super.
Yeah, I can start with stuff that like I've done like recently since it's the end of the year. What is it, December 28th?
28th, yeah.
Yeah, so
we're a couple days away from the end of the year.
Yep. So we just wrapped up Christmas. So for me, I tried really hard this year to get into the Christmas spirit as much as possible. 36 years old. Christmas doesn't mean what it used to be when I was a kid. You know, so just trying to have some fun. I bought a Christmas tree. I got some outside lights. Some decoration on the inside.
Whole thing.
So I tried to watch and get into the spirit a little bit more. So I tried to actually like watch some. I watched the movie Elf. I haven't seen the movie in years. You know, it's so funny. It's so funny. I didn't write that one down. It's an old one. It's a
freebie.
It's a freebie one. You know,
bonus content.
Bonus content
for you.
I did.
Now you owe us a like and a subscribe.
Because dude, they say ninny-headed. Muffin something or other, and like it sounds so racist. It sounds terrible.
Yes.
You know, and I'm like, obviously the point, because it's, you know, when you watch these movies as an adult, you pick up those things.
Sure.
You know, and I'm like, holy crap. But Jim, my brother-in-law, has that as a sweatshirt, and it's super funny. it's on, you know, it's the Buddy the Elf and all that stuff. Yeah. It's pretty good. He was wearing that out to the Winterfest that we went to.
Yeah,
but
that's awesome.
So along the Christmas theme, I started out by watching, you know, you can roast me if you want, don't care, A Nonsense Christmas. So it's Sabrina Carpenter's like Christmas, what do they call it, theatrical performative thing. You know.
Oh, really? Was it like a musical or
like a musical kind of, yeah, with like little shorts and gimmicks and stuff.
Oh, so it was like a variety
show, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Cool.
And basically, you know, she just needed, apparently the deal was to have something go viral from it. As long as they had something go viral, Netflix was like, sure, here's money.
Good enough.
Do what you want.
Take the money.
Yeah. You know.
She's an attractive blonde woman in her 20s.
She'll do fine.
Here's money.
Yeah. You know.
It's Christmas.
And
that'll go over well.
That one was super fun. It had a lot of like innuendos and stuff like that, you know. Kept it PG-13.
Yeah.
Which I feel like anymore is a really loose like ratings. Like it was loose before, but like we're going right up to that edge of PG-13. We're like, you know, I don't have kids, but I've got, you know, nieces and a nephew, and at least close by. I've got other niece and nephew that are older, and cousins that are a little younger. But I'm just like what we're able to get away with now, and things we say, I'm like, ugh, like it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like it does, you know. But that one was a fun watch. I enjoyed it for like, it's like an hour long. You know, just something lighthearted and
you know,
I would recommend it to somebody that just wants something silly.
That's awesome.
You know? But I like that. Like again, so I had who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking with my cousin about. She was asking about like good movies to watch because I was watching. The next one up is Red One with Dwayne Johnson, and
Mike watched more movies than me, so he gets to go multiple at a time.
So I was making a suggestion, you know, to say like, hey, this movie I think it's a fun action holiday movie type thing, and I'm a sucker for. I like Dwayne Johnson. You know, DeWalk. I like DeWalk Johnson.
Dwayne DeWalk Johnson.
And Chris Evans is really fun. I like his like bad guy role now.
We were just talking about that. How good of a villain he actually is.
He makes a pretty good villain. He's like a bad good guy, or you know, or good whatever.
Yeah.
You know, where you kind of feel for him. He's not like like a horrible, heinous villain in this thing, but he plays like a bad guy, but you like him.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like movie recommendations, and my cousin, she said that they just watched Mamma Mia. They just watched Mamma Mia, and I was like, that's cheating. She said Aaron can't pick a movie for shit. Like, he sucks at picking movies. And the one that they gave me called The Belko Experiment looks shitty. Looks so fucking bad.
I've never even heard of that.
No, it's got good actors. Whoever plays Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Oh, John
he's in it.
McGinley.
And Michael Rooker played Daryl's brother in The Walking Dead.
Michael Rooker?
Rooker's in it.
Wow.
He's in it. So there's definitely good actors in it.
Yeah.
But the trailer, terrible. Terrible. So that was her example, saying like he picks bad movies. And she said they picked Mamma Mia. I think musicals can be good, but they're cheating. They're cheating because songs are catchy in those things. So it's hard to say that it's good when the thing is an earworm.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's stuck in your ear.
That's
I'm like,
fair.
All right, I don't, you know, they can be good. I'm not saying Mamma Mia is bad or anything. I'm just saying it's cheating when you're talking about like recommendations for movies. So my recommendation was Red One. I just finished that one, or was in the midst of watching that one. And that one seemed pretty, it was super fun. It was super fun. So dumb, super dumb. But
that's what you're here for.
An enjoyment because it's preposterous, right? It's Santa gets kidnapped, and it's up to Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans and Lucy Liu's in it. And
I love Lucy Liu. They
put together their team and to go rescue Santa. And it's played by J.K. Simmons. Who's
he's
State Farm.
He's Jonah Jameson.
Yeah,
the older Spider-Man movies. Yeah, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Like, he's really good.
He was also in that drumming movie Whiplash that I haven't seen.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
I think that's what he's in. I don't fucking know.
But it's super fun. That was a super fun one to watch. You know, again, it's got all your special characters that you'd hear from like movies. It's got the Abominable Snowman in it. So like seeing Dwayne Johnson fight gigantic snowmen, you know.
That's pretty cool. Look, if Santa was going to get kidnapped, I would want to send Dwayne Johnson after him.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like that's fair. And Captain America while we're at it.
Yep, and it's got Krampus in it. He does a special appearance from Krampus because he's, Saint Nick's brother, but he's like goblinish or whatever. Like it's it's a creature, right? He doesn't look human.
Yeah.
Krampus is supposed to scare you straight, basically. Because that always works.
Pretty sure Krampus was German too, if that tells you.
I think so too. Yeah. There's a lot of drinking. In the scene with that, which super fun. There's like his scene with it. They do the slap game. You try to knock one out or kill them.
You're
like, you either get knocked out or die. That's how you lose. And it's like, okay, this is definitely not a kid's movie.
Sure.
It's a PG-13-ish. Again, they're pushing the boundaries of what that is anymore. But I definitely enjoyed that one. That was super fun to do the holiday thing.
Hell yeah.
As best as possible. I wanted to watch that Dear Santa with Jack Black. But I don't have Paramount. I can't subscribe to everything.
Yeah, there's too many subscriptions.
There's too many of them. There's too many to subscribe to.
Yeah.
But I like Jack Black also, and I need to borrow somebody's subscription so I can watch it before the.
I think Laura's got it.
Yeah, and I think my brother has it, or brother-in-law and Sue's.
We'll get it. Somebody will get it. Yeah.
If I have to, I'll allegedly download it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't. I'll see it.
It's fine. So one of mine was just from recently. I'm just going to take over here briefly because I don't want to go into it. But you talked about musicals. I watched Wicked after Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
I had seen the musical years ago. It's really good. I like the musical a lot. I read the book years afterwards. It's fun. I generally like it okay. The movie was pretty good. Surprised me how good it was. I'm not the biggest Ariana Grande fan. Her perpetual childlike nature terrifies me. I find her unnerving. But
she's in her 20s, and she looks like she's 12.
She will forever look like she is a teenager. And
which, when you're old, when you're our
good
age,
for you.
That's
awesome.
Great.
Great job. But it freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
However, really well done movie. Jeff Goldblum's in it. Come on.
I love Jeff Goldblum. I forgot.
You're already, he's amazing. He's phenomenal. There were some really good moments. I'm not going to go into the whole story because it's wicked. Like, if you don't know, you'll figure it out. It's fine. But one of my favorite moments was at the end where they're doing the big number, because this is a two-part thing. The Defying Gravity, the big finish.
Yeah, I love the big finish.
Oh, it's awesome. It is like a chilling moment. You definitely get goosebumps. But it's like a self-actualization thing. The Wicked Witch, Elphaba, realizes, she's going to do this on her own. She's going to do it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then they tie this old drape, like window shade, something around her. And as the song swells in power, this gets bigger and more flaring. Okay. It defies physics. So not only are we defying gravity, we're defying physics.
Yep.
Law of conservation.
That doesn't apply.
No longer applies.
Oz,
but it made for a really good moment. So I would say that was one of mine this year, was that.
Again, could be a good movie. Musicals are cheating.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just saying, it's like a handicap. It's like that. Well, I'm not discrediting you for being good. I'm just saying you have a handicap to where.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. But it was good overall. I really enjoyed it, and I'll go see the second one. I know I'll go see part 2.
Was it gonna be a part 2?
Oh yeah. They split it up into 2 movies.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to see that one.
Although most of the songs are in the first movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's going to be some that come into the second one.
Yeah.
If it follows the musical, which that's the only musical I've ever seen in a theater.
Yeah, I don't know if
It's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I would like to see a couple more, but that one's the only one I've ever seen. So that's literally my only context point. That's my only data point is this. So yeah. So that was mine.
At least it's relevant.
Yeah. Yeah. What you got next?
Earlier in the year, in July, I went and saw Twisters. Twisters was pretty good.
Yeah.
It held up on its own. I don't typically, when I first saw the trailer for it, I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw the trailer for that while going to see another movie. And I just Hollywood's out of ideas, which they are. They're definitely out of ideas. They've been out of ideas for a long time.
Yeah.
It's just reboots and sequels and prequels, whatever they want to do.
Yep.
It's fine. But honestly, not bad. I wanted it's like the male characters actually had like a pretty good like turn, for him. I thought where like you think they're gonna go a certain way and you're like, man, that's pretty typical, how and then they kind of flip a little bit. So like the guy you want to hate ends up being a guy like, all right, you're not a complete piece of shit. Like, all right, sweet. Like you're still shitty. You got some, you
still suck.
You still suck. But you didn't do all the shit that I thought you were gonna do, because that's pretty typical.
You didn't suck in the way I thought you were gonna suck.
CGI, very CGI heavy or whatever, which it was honestly really good.
Like, it shows you how far CGI's come.
Yeah, because if you watch the first Twisters, I'm sure that CGI stuff like looks like shit compared to but I still like the first Twisters. They didn't do nearly as many one-liners in Twisters that they did in like the first one. They're like cows. Yeah. Another cow. Wasn't I didn't get any sense of like quotable lines like the first one had, but I've also seen the first one, I don't know, a dozen times.
I mean, who hasn't at this point?
From the 90s, like late 90s?
Yeah, I think it was late 90s, somewhere in there. Don't fact check us. We don't care.
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
We don't care.
I'm pretty sure who played the main guy in that one?
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. He's dead, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he died.
Yep.
But yeah, Twisters. That was definitely another fun one. Yeah. Where I was like, all right, don't take it too serious. Right. Because I'm a guy that I watch Fast and Furious movies and I like them. I don't take them serious. Like, come on, it's a ridiculous fucking series.
If you're taking the Fast and the Furious serious, you're the one with the
Fast
problem.
and Serious?
Fast and Serious?
Come on.
It's your problem.
It's your problem.
Not everyone else's.
Yeah, no.
The rest of us realize we're just trying to have fun. If you're the one guy that's like, well, that wouldn't really happen.
Don't make them any longer than they are. Don't try to make a 3-hour Fast and Furious. Like,
God, no. 90
we're talking
minutes.
90 minutes tops.
Get out. Hour and a half, get out. You're done. Yeah. Now, that being said, I was that guy. I realized the error of my ways. Don't be that. Don't do that. No one cares. You're a buzzkill.
We all know they're bad.
No one's arguing these are Oscar-worthy performances.
No.
But that's not why we're here.
They're over the top. They're bombastic. They're just insane movies.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Just let it be. Yeah. Let something be fun is what we're saying.
That's all you have to do. And Twisters I thought was fun. There's like elements of like science and stuff in it where the main character, she does like, I think she does like a science project and like kind of gave up on it and then like came back and then like revisited it with the other guy in the story. I'm doing a dog shit explanation of the movie because whatever.
Go see it.
Go see it. It's worth
it. If you want to watch it, then go see it. You're not here for a in-depth review. You're just here talking us.
This is us.
Don't worry about
what we saw.
We saw this. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And so like there's definitely some like nerdy weather aspects of it.
I'm okay with that.
And then there's also some like ridiculous shit where they're like, all right, we're gonna anchor our vehicle to the ground, so they have like augers that like screw into the ground to like pull. And I'm like, this is, and like it does make sense because like they go like, all right, well, I'm trying to keep the air from getting underneath it,
sure,
to lift it. And I'm like, all right, well that kind of like makes sense. But like I don't think about it too much. Yeah. Just go. Oh, all right.
Because also tornadoes have horizontal winds.
Correct. They
which
just
would
push
also be a problem. But
the thing's supposed to weigh like.
Don't think about that.
Correct.
That's not the point.
It's supposed to weigh as much as a fucking probably Cybertruck or some shit, like 8,000 pounds or something ridiculous, as well as now augured into the ground. But the things are only like this long. It seemed like.
Right.
They just keep spinning to make it seem like they're longer than they are, but they're not that long.
It's not.
Because the thing's only like so far off the ground. They can only be so long.
Right. Also, if you've ever used an actual auger, you'll see through that pretty quick. It's kind of like how you and I have done electrical work for years now.
Correct.
So when people are like pulling wires out of stuff, you're like, come on, that's
man.
not how that works.
No.
But nobody wants to hear that.
Right.
Because it sucks to hear someone go, well, that's not how that would really work. Fuck off.
Correct.
Shut up.
And especially like, I hate it when they're in like a breaker panel, and they're like, I don't know which one to do, so I'm just going to start ripping wires. I'm like, how about you just flip all the fucking breakers off?
You could do that.
You could just do that. There's a main one a lot of times, just flip the main one. And then you can rip the wires out, for one, safely. Then nothing's sparking and getting crazy.
Also, if you flip the main, you have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
They're all gone.
They're all gone. They're all dead. They're all dead. You rip all the wires you want.
Yeah.
And then I pity the guy that's got to fix it.
Yeah. That poor bastard.
Because they're probably not labeled.
He's the real hero.
Yeah. Not all heroes.
Or she.
Or
whoever.
That tradesperson.
The tradesperson is the real hero.
That's right. And probably underpaid. But yeah, so Twisters was in July. But also in July, we saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, and we both saw this because we saw it together, and it was awesome.
One of my most favorite opening scenes of a movie.
Just
of all time.
Perfect.
And like I love the opening scenes for like Guardians of the Galaxy and things like that. So it follows like a similar like dramatic musical thing, but it's very much for millennials.
100%. Yeah,
it delivers.
That movie was so on point with all of its criticisms. And criticisms, I say that in tongue in cheek because like the point of it was humor.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They were criticism, yes, but it was criticisms in a way that's like, you can't hate us because it's funny.
Yeah. Like
which is the point,
all we're trying to do is it's literally, you know, Wolverine, who's generally a serious character, with Deadpool, who breaks the fourth wall all the time.
That's his whole thing.
That's his whole thing.
No. If anyone ever watches this and is like, I don't know who Deadpool is. First of all, what's wrong with you? What apocalypse has happened that you don't know who Deadpool is?
We don't want you as a subscriber. If you don't know
we
Deadpool.
do. Yeah, we do. We do.
He does. I could care less.
I want to quit.
I do too. We don't need you though.
The point of the matter is, Deadpool's whole thing is that he's aware that he is in a piece of media.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so funny.
So funny.
And it's all delivered so well. It's one of the better Marvel movies.
And I love the fight scene in the van when they're talking shit to each other, and then Wolverine basically just loses his shit to be like, you know, the fucking joke is that you can't die, except for the joke is on all of us.
That was so appropriate.
And Deadpool is just like speechless because he's like, Wolverine pissed him off. He said all the wrong things, and he goes, "I'm gonna fight you now." And like Wolverine just like smiles. He's like, "Fucking finally!"
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. That movie is also more clever than people gave it credit for.
Yeah,
a lot of people think it's just like, oh, it's a funny movie. It is.
It is. Yeah.
But there's some stuff there that's very second and third level funny.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those where you watch it a second, third, fourth time, you're like, okay.
You catch those things that you didn't see the first couple times where you're like, oh, I hear you.
Yep.
I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I got you.
Yeah.
But
and the ending with the Island of Misfit Toys in the Marvelverse was
I forgot about that.
All the people.
See, I need to watch this again.
Oh God, it was good. It was very good.
Man, that's probably one of my favorite movies. There's another one on here. I'll let you get to anything else you've seen.
I only have the big one left. I didn't watch many movies this year.
Yeah, so. I have one on here that I watched, and it was just one I hadn't seen a long time ago. I watched The Harder They Fall.
Oh, I watched that too.
We both watched that one. Nothing that came out this year.
Yeah.
It's an older movie. Few years. I mean, probably within
that's only a few years ago. Yeah, it wasn't that far back.
But badass movie.
Despite Jonathan Majors and his whole thing, which we do not endorse.
No.
Not at all. No. But the movie was really good.
Yeah, like he's a good actor. He's a piece of shit in real life.
He sucks ass in real life. But like, there were also so many good people in there that
there was a ton of good
deserve to be mentioned.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
Idris Elba always brings it.
Yeah,
that dude is amazing.
Yeah, you could have replaced Jonathan Majors with somebody else, and it'd been fucking. It would have been still badass.
Yes. I can't think of his name, but the guy that was in Atlanta. What the frick is his name? I should have looked his name.
Yeah, no, I should have looked it up. On my phone. My phone's actually recording.
Yeah, I guess I could look it up.
You could look it up.
And
it's got two people from Atlanta because it's got Van, and I can't remember her name either. But like, I love that show, and those because she played Domino in Deadpool 2.
She was so good.
She's awesome.
I love her so much. She's so amazing. I'm working on it. Go ahead, continue talking.
But that movie's pretty badass. I could see that. I would watch more just like that one.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's something called Concrete Cowboy. It's on my phone. I don't know who recommended it to me, but they said that one is also badass. I think it might have been one of my cousins. We were talking about it. And when I looked it up, it looked along this like similar lines to like the style of how The Harder They Fall is done.
I think it was. Is that it? Bill Pickett? Was that his name? Who are we talking about? I don't remember.
No, that's one him. Let me see.
No, Bill Pickett was the other guy in that.
Correct.
Either way, he was phenomenal. He
Zazie Beetz
is Domino and Van. She's amazing.
Lakeith Stanfield.
That's it.
Cherokee Bill.
Cherokee Bill.
Yeah.
just outstanding performances from the entire cast in this movie. I loved it. I love that movie. It was and I don't like westerns. I don't care for westerns.
Oh yeah, it's got Deon Cole in it. Dude, Deon Cole, he's so funny.
Everybody was good in that movie.
Yep. Definitely recommend that one. Again, when did this one come out? What did it say? I don't know how to use an iPhone. 2021. So that one came out
a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago. But worthwhile.
Definitely worthwhile.
But
what else you got? Because I'm except for the last one, that's all I got.
For movies, you can say it's pathetic if you want. I don't give a crap. We work, as we discussed earlier. We have lunch. We work, so we don't consume
a whole job and like a whole life.
But I would love to. I love this.
God, I would love to.
I love consuming media. I love just drinking booze.
It's the best.
Sitting on my couch and watching TV.
Yeah.
Movies, whatever.
It's pretty much the best.
Super fun.
Yeah.
But the biggest one, probably my favorite movie of the year, and probably on my top, at least in my top 10, maybe top 5 favorite movies. I would say of all time.
Yep.
Granted, I've only seen it once now. I need to see it more. It's on
I've seen it a couple times. It's
Dune 2.
Just
Dune 2.
Oh my God.
So damn good.
It is one of those rare movies that's better than the first one.
Yeah.
I think. I liked the first one.
I love the first one.
But
the first one.
We watched it because I went by myself to see it because you were traveling and my partner was, I think she was at work or somewhere. I couldn't. She was gone.
So you went and saw it.
And I went and saw it by myself the first time. First of all, this is one of those rare movies that should have been seen in the movie theater.
Yes,
100%.
You definitely need to see it in the theater.
It's incredible.
Good luck now, but
I mean, if it comes back around and they try to re-release it, do yourself a favor and see that with the sound and the film quality. It's just
seeing that movie on
it was
a 30-foot screen.
Exceptional movie.
Pretty cool.
Just
pretty cool.
The way that story is told, and I've read the first book and I really, really liked it. It was very good, but I haven't read it in a while. This brings it to life in a way that only like visual media can. It's one thing to read a really good book and get into the story. That's great. But there's some things about a book that you can't do that just don't translate in a book.
Right, yeah. You're creating the image.
Yeah.
If you can, you're creating the image and it's just whatever you think of. And then, but somebody else, the creator, the writer of the book or whatever,
right.
When they bring it to life, they'd be like, no, I wanted it to look like this. And then when you see it, you go like, oh shit, that's kind of what it should have been or whatever. Like there's only so much you can do with it in your own brain without being the guy that wrote the book.
Yeah. Just everybody in that movie was phenomenal. I didn't know Timothée Chalamet before these movies.
I didn't either.
In these, he's amazing.
I've heard of his name, but I've never
watched anything from him.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That's the first thing I've seen.
Yeah. And then the more shit I see of him, the more I like him. He seems awesome.
Oh.
He seems like a pretty cool dude.
The big climax of the movie where they have the knife fight at the end was unbelievably good.
Yeah. I was on the edge of my seat. Dude, I already knew how it was going to go.
Obviously.
And like I watched like a breakdown of the movie before I go. Sometimes I like to be spoiled in order to help follow along the storyline. So I had watched a video about that already. So I already knew how it was going to play out. I basically had already seen the scenes, but I was still like, oh.
Yeah, it was that well done. They did such a good job of like the difference in coloring, like the planet where Fade Rutha and the Harkonnens, the black and white. That was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Contrasted with, Arrakis with it was just so good. I just enjoyed it so much. I can't wait for the next one.
It stimulates all your senses.
Yes. It's everything fires in that movie in your brain. It's so good.
So awesome.
It's so good. And
awesome.
It's not the same experience at home.
No.
But it's still really
Get
good.
yourself a badass sound bar, surround sound, big ass TV, spend the money.
Send it.
Watch Dune.
Yeah.
And Dune 2. It's incredible.
It was so good.
It's incredible.
That was probably the biggest movie of the year.
Definitely.
Probably the last 5 years for me that I've seen. It was maybe even longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been good.
It's so damn good. Just it did everything I wanted. It delivered it almost in every aspect for a movie that you want to see. I'm like this is badass.
Yeah.
That he rides the sandworm for the first time in that one?
Yes. Just such a big moment.
Oh, big.
It was so crazy.
So yeah,
I loved
insane.
it.
Absolutely insane.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that fight scene. Even when Fade is like fighting in that arena or whatever.
Yeah.
That scene was badass, even though it's rigged. Yeah.
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 Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That was exceptionally good.
Yeah. Florence Pugh. Love you. Love to meet you.
We at the Sellouts are pro Florence Pugh.
Yeah,
forever.
She's perfect. She did a great job in it. Zendaya, same
thing.
She's a badass.
Oh, she's so
good. And like, love it. Definitely recommend Dune 2. Definitely recommend Dune 2. So it's hard to like. I keep looking at like only. Mine.
I know. I'm trying to remember to go back to this one.
Yeah. We're trying things.
Yeah, we're trying. We like to experiment here at Sellouts with stuff. So we're going for it.
Yeah.
You want to do TV?
Yeah, we can move on to TV shows.
We're already at half an hour.
I figured. And this is a thing where like if we want to,
we could break it up.
We could break it up.